Okay, welcome to the another video. In last video we saw that what is a load balancer and how it works, and this particular video we are going to do practical. We are going to implement load balancing technique using the DigitalOcean for particular website. Okay, so let me give you a quick recap how we are going to do. We are going to create a 3 servers. Let's say server 1, server 2 and server 3 on the DigitalOcean. Server 1 and server 2 will act as a website server where I will host static website on both of them, and the server 3 will act as a load balancer which will be connected to server 1 and server 2. And at the end of the day we will point our domain name to this load balancer, so that whatever is request coming to this load balancer will be get accordingly distributed to between these two servers. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get started. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to open the browser right here, and we need to log in into our cloud providers account. Okay, so if you don't have cloud providers account, make sure that you are getting the account, because if you are learning about system administration and servers, you have to have the account, because that's the best way to learn by doing practical by yourself, right? If you don't have account, please check link in the description. You will find my DigitalOcean referral link, in which you will get $200 credit for free. Okay, so if you have an account, it doesn't matter which cloud provider you are using, you can just follow my steps, right? So let's go ahead and let's create 2 servers where we will be hosting a static website, right? So let's type on the create, then droplet, and let's create in the Indian region, because I am in the India, so I'll use the Bangalore as a region. Let's choose the OS. I will use 22.04 LTS. Then in the plan, I will go with the regular $6 plan, and then I will type the password. If you have experience with the SSH key, then you can go with the SSH key option also, but in order to keep tutorial simple, I will use password. Okay, once password is typed, you can go ahead and there is an option called the droplet and number of droplet and droplet names. Okay, so first thing first, I need to create web 1 and I need to create 2 servers, right, where I will be hosting the static website. So let's click on +1 and it will create 2 for me. Well, first is web 1, another is web 2. And let's go ahead and let's click on the create button. It will take around 1 minute or less than 1 minute, and it will prepare web 2 and web 1 server for me. So right now servers are created. These are the server where we will be hosting our website, right? Okay, so there is one more server needed, which is load balancer server, but that server will be created at the end of the process. Okay, so as of now, let's do one thing. Let's open the terminal and let's first set up the websites. Okay, so I will make my terminal a little bit bigger so that it will be easily available or visible for you. And in a half screen, I will open my DigitalOcean dashboard. Okay, so my terminal supports splitting function. If your terminal doesn't support a splitting function, then you can go ahead and you can install the terminator. Okay, so this is a basically terminal package for Linux and Mac. By installing that package, you can have the ability to split the terminal and do a lot of things. It's a very interesting package. Go ahead and get it. And if you are on Windows, then you don't have option. You need to use CMD and CMD only. So let's go ahead and let's do SSH login for server 1. So SSH root at and the IP of the server 1. Let's paste it right here. Press enter. Hence it is first time it is asking me for you want to continue or not. Let's enter the password and let's hit enter, and it is logged in. Okay, so let's clear the screen. Now let's go ahead and copy the IP address of the second server. Do SSH root at IP address, and something went wrong. I spelled SSH wrong, so SSH then ES, and then type the password for the server. And once it is done, let's clear out everything. Okay, so right now we have logged into the both of these servers, and we are going to host our static website right here. So first thing we need to do on any new server is apt update and apt upgrade. apt update for updating repository, then apt upgrade for upgrading the packages to the latest version, and then we can do apt install Nginx in order to install Nginx, because whatever we are going to do load balancing is we are going to do with the help of the Nginx. Okay, so let's do apt update and semicolon, then apt upgrade, and then again semicolon, apt install and Nginx -y. So y-y, if we add -y here and here it will not ask for our confirmation, it will just go ahead and it will do with the process. Okay, so right now I'm not adding any sudo in the command, but because my users are here root, but if your users are different like CentOS or let's say Ubuntu or something like that, then you need to add this sudo at the beginning of each, like sudo apt update, sudo apt upgrade, sudo apt install nginx-y. Okay, so you need to add that. Okay, so right now installation process has started on both of the server. Meanwhile, I will show you which website we are going to host here. Okay, so in order to show demonstrations, I have created static web sample on my GitHub account. So if you go on my GitHub account, right here you can say this static web sample. So we are going to use exactly same website. So let's go ahead, click on the code, and let's copy this particular GitHub account repository URL. Okay, so once it is done, go back, minimize, and let's wait for until the servers are being installed and getting ready. Okay, so right now the installation process has been finished on both of the servers. There is one note that in the installation process, if you are getting any pop-up, there will be several pop-up. Just if you don't understand the pop-up what is saying, then just hit the enter and the continue. Okay, so right now everything is done. So let's clear the screen, clear command and clear the screen, and let's go ahead and let's create the directory where we want to host our website. Okay, so we are going to host our website in cd var and www in this particular directory. So let's do cd var on both server and let's go to the directory. So if I do ls, as you can see, there is a by default one HTML folder available, but we are not going to use that. Okay, we can use that, but we are not going to use that as of now. Okay, so git clone and clone and then paste the URL that you have copied from my GitHub repository from right here. Okay, so once it is done, you can just mention the directory also right here if you want to mention it. So I will just mention the demo. So whatever is getting cloned, it will be getting cloned in the demo folder, this demo folder right here. So if I go inside the cd, let's say demo, and if I do ls, as you can see, the website files are there. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's copy exact same command and let's paste on the second server. Okay, so right now we have cloned the website, the websites are on this server, but we are going to make a little bit changes on the static pages of the website. Okay, for server 1 we are going to add this server 1 in the HTML. In the server 2 we are going to add the server 2, so that it will be easy for us to identify from which server the website is coming from. So let's do nano, so nano and the index.html. Once it is done, let's go ahead and let's check the body. So right now, as you can see, it is saying welcome to my website, you are go to a place for information and whatever it is. Okay, so let's say welcome to my server 1 website. Okay, so let's do this, Control S, Control X, and let's go to the second server, do ls cd into the demo and do ls, and index.html is there, nano index.html, and hit enter, and let's find that particular line there. So let's scroll. Okay, there it is, and let's go ahead, welcome to my server 2 website, Control S, Control X, Control X. Okay, so once you save the files, last thing we need to do is we need to change the Nginx configurations. Okay, so right now the work in this particular directory is done. So let's do cd and clear the screen. Same for this one, cd and clear the screen. Once it is done, do nano/etc/nginx/sites available and default. You can create your new configuration, but hence it is a demonstration only. I'm going to use the exact default configuration, the old configuration. Okay, so let's paste this particular here and paste this particular here, hit enter, and if you go to the configuration, as you can see right now the root has been set to the /var/www/html. but if you remember from our last where we have cloned the GitHub repository, it was demo folder, right? So let's do demo right here and Control S, then Control X. Okay, so let's go ahead in the second configuration also, and let's go ahead and let's type demo here and Control X. Okay, so if you are confused why we type demo, let me show you again. CD var www and hit enter and do ls. Okay, so as you can see, the demo folder, we cloned our website from GitHub to the demo folder. That's why we are mentioning the demo. And if you do pwd, our path is /var/www and the website is in the demo, so that's why /demo. That's why we are doing the demo here. Okay, so let's clear everything, and everything I think is done. Hence we have changed the Nginx configuration, hence we have modified the Nginx configuration. First thing we need to do is Nginx tag t, so that will test the configuration and if it will check if there is any issue or not. Okay, so let's copy the same command, let's execute on the another server and it's saying successful. So right now let's restart the Nginx service, because whenever there is a changes we need to restart the Nginx service. So command for this that is service Nginx and restart. Okay, restart. Okay, and right now the service is restarted. Let's do same for the next server also, and let's minimize the terminal as of now. Okay, let's make this browser window bigger. Let's copy the address of the first website web server and hit enter in the browser. So as again it is saying welcome to my server 1 website. Let's go ahead and let's copy address for the second and open another tab and paste it here, and it's saying welcome to my server 2 website. Done. We have set up the both servers. Okay, next thing we need to do is we need to set up the load balancer. So we have two options. We can create our own load balancer, or we can use the load balancer provided by the DigitalOcean. But DigitalOcean topic is a little bit advanced, so I will keep it for later. Right now I will show you how to set up own load balancer. So let's click on the create and let's click the new droplet right here and select the region Bangalore, select the OS 22.04, regular plan, $6 plan, and type the okay. So once you type the password, go ahead and add the name load balancer, and then click on the create droplet. This will create our droplet/server which will be using for load balancer. So let's wait for some time until it's getting created. Okay, so as you can see, the load balancer server is created. Let's copy this IP address. Let's open the terminal. And as you can see right now, I have no space. So I will just move this window above and I will split again. And right here, I will log in into the load balancer server. Okay, do SSH and root at and load balancer server IP, which was copied from right here. Okay, right here. So let's go ahead, hit enter. Hence it is first time it will ask for confirmation. Once it is done, add the password. And once you add the password, let's clear the screen and we are inside the server. Okay, so if you remember last time what I did for your first apt update, then apt upgrade, and then Nginx install. So let's do exact same thing here. So apt update apt upgrade -y apt install Nginx. Okay, so I forgot to mention the -y, so let's mention -y and let's wait for some time until it's getting installed. Okay, so as you can see, the installation process has been completed. So let's clear the screen and let's open Nginx configuration. So I will just make sure that this terminal is a little bit bigger so that it will be easy for you to see, right? So let's go ahead and let's open the Nginx configuration nano/etc/nginx/sites available and default. In this case also we are going to use default configuration and we are going to modify it, right? So let's go ahead and let's enter in the default configuration using nano command. So if you didn't saw it, let's go again, nano, and the path of the configuration, hit enter. Once you are inside the configuration, scroll a little bit, and this configuration is going to be the same for you also if you are following exact same process, right? You are creating the new servers. So once it is done, let's go ahead and what you need to do is you need to remove all of this, the location, the server name, the index, the root, which is /var/www, whatever it is. We need to remove all of this. Okay, and once it is removed, what we need to do is we need to add some lines right here. Okay, so let's see the lines. These are the lines that we need to add. So what we basically doing here is we are setting upstream backend which will redirect upcoming incoming requests to these two servers. Okay, so right now the syntax is a little bit messed. You can make sure that it's right in place. Okay, so once it is done, let's go ahead and let's edit the backend one. Okay, so if you remember, we have created the two servers, right? So let's copy the IP address of this server 1 and let's paste that in the location of the server 1, and let's go ahead, remove this backend server 2, again go to the our server 2, copy this IP address and replace in this particular location. Okay, once it is done, you need to control S, save and exit basically, and then check the Nginx configuration using Nginx tag T, and it is saying that the configuration has failed. It is saying that upstream derivative is not allowed here in Nginx side default configuration. Okay, let's see what's wrong. Okay, so let's open the configuration again and let's see what we did wrong. Okay, so basically we forgot to remove this also, so we need to remove this listen on port 80 also, and let's remove this one also. So, and there should be one closing bracket also at the end. Let's find this bracket. So in the conclusion we should only add these two, that's it. Upstream backend and server location, nothing else. Okay, control S, control X for saving and executing, and then test the Nginx configuration. It is saying test is successful, then do service Nginx restart. Okay, so once it is restarted, next thing what we need to do is minimize this particular window and copy the IP address of the load balancer and open another tab. Let's close this previous two tabs and paste IP address right here, and it should show you website. So right now it is showing my server is website is server 1. Let's refresh, it is showing my website is server 2. Again refresh, server 1, server 2, server 1, server 2, sometimes server 1, then server 2. So basically it is checking which server is busy, and whatever is busy it will not send request to that, it will send to another. So this is how you can distribute load between two servers for your website. So yeah, that's pretty much all about the setting up the server or load balancers on DigitalOcean. Okay, that's all for this particular video, and if you are liking this video on my content, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe button. And thanks for watching this one, and see you in the next.